Listening to Nontokozo's music is like taking in the smell of a good perfume. And many people feel the same. I was curious to find out why this gospel newcomer with 2 massive singles already is so different.
Nontokozo.
Well on her way to establishing herself as a recognizable voice.
I used to go with my mom to Zion.
The best newcomer.
How much it's trended on TikTok.
It all started there.
You might be wondering why she's getting so much attention, or even more so, why you should care. And after listening to her music, it is pretty clear. She is a game changer. But in what way though? And to understand that, you have to dig a little deeper into South African gospel music culture, which starts here. In the 90s, Rebecca Malupe was the blueprint of a gospel superstar. And her formula, like Nontokozo's today, was simple but effective. A powerful voice with lots of emotions, a digital and easy to produce beat, and very dramatic music videos was basically the theme of 90s gospel. I remember this era because of my mother, when everyone had a bob cut, or they call it a police cut. In the 90s, Rebecca Malupe wasn't just a gospel star, she was just generally a superstar. She was in all of the brands. You remember those pots that had her face in it? And many other brands were representing and associating themselves with her because she was just that big. And her formula was being followed by many great artists. You'd see it in Lundi Tyamaga, you'd see it in Mam Deborah Fraser. Until the 2000s, when a group that also started in the 90s released an album titled Joyous Celebration Volume 4. And with that, the age of the choirs was born. Singing in a group, having lush and beautiful musical arrangements. This is the era where we started having superstar drummers and musical directors. But the rise of all this meant one thing. See, unlike in the Rebecca era where all you needed was a powerful voice, a simple beat, and a dramatic music video, and of course the support of a record label, we saw a shift in that in the choirs era, you needed to be part of a group or enjoyed popularity within a group to then be able to launch a successful solo gospel career. And this has been the norm for years. Which is why Nontokozo is different. Early last year, she put out a song called Moyo Ngcwele, wrecked the internet. Later, the very same year, put out a song called Esandleni, wrecked the internet again, this time even faster. The 25-year-old turning 26 has already won the Best Newcomer Award. She's from KZN and cites one of her musical backgrounds to be the Zion Church, which she used to attend with her mother, a very vocally charged church in terms of music. The first time she went viral was when she made a cover of Sjava's Ikhandlela with just her beautiful voice and a piano. But what about all of this makes her a game changer? Well, first of all, her formula is a combination of errors, a powerful voice, simple but beautiful musical arrangements, and the creativity of 90s music videos, but without the cringe element. She has also been in multiple choirs and works with super producers. But the one thing that really sets her apart is how she works. That voice of hers. This is what I, a bad singer, sounds like when I try to layer my voice like Nontokozo does. Yikes. And this is what Nontokozo sounds like when she does. Nontokozo's music is 85% her voice. And that's what people love about her. And if more artists adopt this kind of style of making gospel music, it means and suggests that one day we might get a super producer, singer, songwriter gospel musician. And the simplicity of this style of music means that they will be able to make music probably from home, which makes it even more personal. You see, the difficulty with taking what's in your head and what's in your heart and giving it to someone to create it is the fact that it's usually best when the person who had the idea executes it, because they are the ones who have the vision. You know what you want. And sometimes, granted, you can give it to someone who might do it better, but usually it's hard to convey someone's heart and interpret it into art for other people. And this might mean if more musicians adopt Nontokozo styles, we might get more gospel music, more personal gospel music, and art straight from the heart. And that excites me. Traditional gospel and the way it has been made has meant that a lot of people are involved in the end product, which means that a lot of people get fed and a lot of families get sustenance from this one vision or this one talent. And this is a good thing. And I don't think that will disappear, because if anything, South Africans still love and value the traditional sound, and good and well, as it should be. What this new style proposes is not the end of an era, but it's the reintroducing of something we've been missing out on. And one of the downsides of this traditional music has been that it's hard to get into. Friends hire friends. You know someone who you maybe started out with, you're going to hire them as opposed to strangers. So it's been a great community, but once you are outside of it, it's hard to get in. Once you're in it, it's great, but this has meant that we get music for years from the same circle, from the same group. And what this style that Nontokozo is coming up with kind of proposes that we might be able to get more gospel, even from places where we didn't expect before. And this is truly an exciting thing. What this means for you and I is that we get to listen to gospel that's going to be personalized, that's going to come from different spaces, that might reflect our true feelings or feelings that we haven't been able to get from the traditional gospel field, because it has served the purpose and will continue to serve the purpose of giving us music that we can relate to, music that we can play at church, music that we can build a family out of, music that can hold an industry and feed a whole lot of people and bring people together with their live shows, with their live experiences, which is something that looks different with the style that Nontokozo is like bringing up. Live musicians the live shows and all of that culture will remain. We just have the opportunity and will be blessed enough to get even more. I'm hoping Nontokozo's album, Nontokozo's music goes higher and higher so that more and more artists latch onto it. Because at the end of the day, the more they give, the more we connect with our God. And we win, essentially. So yeah, for more optimistic videos about gospel music, subscribe, like the video, comment, and then see you next time.